Hello, this is Robert Capuccio. Thank you for joining us for another Mind Matters video blog. Back in 1977, a human rights activist and computer specialist by the name of Anatoly Sharansky was falsely accused by the Soviet Union of spying for the United States. He was sentenced to 9 years in prison. 15 of those months were spent in extreme solitary confinement in a tiny 5x6 cell that was completely dark and absolutely freezing. Now, normally when prisoners are sentenced to that type of isolation, they experience a complete mental breakdown. The psychological torment combined with the physical suffering, coupled with the sensory deprivation, deprives the brain maps of the external stimuli they need to not only thrive, but to even survive. However, upon his release, none of the normal mental degradation that you would expect to see in a prisoner kept in isolation was observed in Anatoly Sharansky. As a matter of fact, he went on to be a highly functioning member of the Israeli cabinet. Now, what is it that Anatoly Sharansky did that separated him from the vast majority of other prisoners? Well, he knew he needed to keep his mind intensely focused. One, to distract himself from all the suffering that he had to endure. Number two, to keep his mental acuity sharp. He played endless hours of chess in his mind from both the black perspective and the white perspective, holding several moves in his brain from two opposing perspectives at the same exact time, which is not easy. As a matter of fact, it's extremely difficult. Now, one day, the world-famous chess champion, Garry Kasparov, came to visit the Israeli Prime Minister, and just for fun, he decided to engage the Prime Minister and all of his cabinet members in a game of chess. Obviously, he defeated all of them, except for Sharansky. This goes back to the Mind Matters perspective on play. If you feel that you have the desire and the potential to be world-class at anything in the health and fitness industry, you probably have that capacity. However, nobody achieves anything notable by applying themselves part-time. As a matter of fact, nobody achieves anything notable by applying themselves full-time. People who reach the highest limits of their personal potential and lead their industry, literally, apply themselves all the time. They apply themselves from ache to faint every single day. Now, we all know of the 10,000-hour rule that was pioneered by world-class experts such as Dr. Anders Ericsson and popularized more recently by author Malcolm Gladwell in his outstanding book, Outliers. But what most people don't realize is several thousand hours of intensely focused effort doesn't come from the perspective that you have to engage yourself. It comes from the perspective that you can't help but engage yourself. So when you identify a purpose that is so personally meaningful to you, you will develop a strong resolve. And when your reasons are significant enough, your resolve will be strong enough to engage in whatever type of mental rigor is necessary to bring your future vision into your current reality. See, once you make the decision to become peerless in your industry, the only thing standing between that future vision of excellence and where you currently are is time.